again, and welcome to We the Panel, a Terrace House Podcast. A podcast where we talk about basically Terrace House, specifically the first season, Boys and Girls Next Door. Hey there again, my name is Jason, and we're back again with the fellow panelists. But before we begin, we gotta introduce them. Who else is in the panel, guys? Oh, as you can see over here in the middle this time, we got the Tito Sneaky himself. How you doing, Tim?
Doing good, Jay. How's everybody doing today? Thank you guys for joining us. You know, it's another sad episode here, and I can't wait to dive right into it.
Whoa, already jumping into conclusions, but I dig it. Feel that fire. Okay. And the other person here looking sad in the corner to the other side of me is the smooth, the lovable Mr. James. Hey, James, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. Yeah, we got a lot of testosterone in this podcast.
It's a BROCAST.
So it'll be a time.
Yes, you are right. So I guess you can call this the BROCAST of the We the Panel podcast. No. Let me say it properly. The We the Panel BROCAST.
The We the Panel BROCAST.
You heard it here, folks.
I don't hate it.
I am a fan.
All right. Yeah, so this is the BROCAST, guys. The Holy Trinity. Got it. The Tim, the James, and the Jason spirits. Anyways, it's been a while. I missed these guys, and we're ready to rip it with this episode called A Snowy Goodbye, episode 15. Take us away, James.
Opening scene.
Oh my gosh.
Enter stage right.
Little side note, my 2K21 finally loaded up.
Oh, nice. All right.
For y'all that don't know, I play NBA 2K very religiously, and I just got the new game, and it took me 10 hours to download everything. So once this podcast is over, I'm hitting the sticks, bro. I already got it right here. I'm gonna hit the sticks.
Oh, the chopsticks, right?
Yep, that's what it is. Mm-hmm.
You're eating noodles, right?
Yes, sir. That's how I do it. It's
okay.
a little, yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Anyways, getting into Terrace House.
Yes, Terrace House.
Terrace House. The house with a terrace.
Yeah. So as Jay said, this is a snowy goodbye. And the episode starts, as it always does, with you and Tori-chan starting off talking about everything that happened in the last episode, where we left off with Shota announcing that he's getting married, amazing, and that he's also leaving the house. So from there, we get into the actual beginning of the episode, where we see in the kitchen Hana and Tae-chan talking about the whole garbage schedule, and how that kind of works. And then the rest of the gang come into the house. Momo sees that Hana made some breakfast for everyone. And Hana goes to the bus stop, key thing, wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
What a concept, isn't it? Like, whoa.
She was ahead of her time.
Some might think that it's quite silly to wear a mask.
Some might say that they can't breathe while wearing a mask.
Poor them.
Man. Just watch. We're gonna get one comment. Just, you know.
Hey,
Thanks
man,
for commenting, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
that helps our analytics.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
so
that.
much. Yeah.
But yeah, so that entire little morning scene, I don't think it was that important, but we will get to the big scene to start off the episode, which is where we get to see Shota at his university working on and finishing his grad project.
Oh yeah.
Before I get into the actual scene, what did y'all think of the grad project?
Can we have that as our thumbnail for this episode?
I somehow want, when I edit this, or whoever edits this, just put while we're talking right now, it's like showing a screenshot
Oh yeah, someone
of
put
what
it
this
up
is.
here.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah. Or like
God.
this is it. All right,
Oh.
we're gonna put it up. What do you guys think of that art?
Let us
Art.
know what you think it looks like.
Yeah, like we'll stop it right here. Give you like 5 seconds. We'll show it right
Oh.
now. 3, 2, 1, right now. As you can see, this is his art. Does it
It's,
speak Shota? And we're back to us. All right, what do you guys
Oh
think?
my god. Oh. You know, it's very Shota, you know what I mean? Like I dig the roof. I think like does the roof look like a turtle shell to you?
I
Yep.
agree.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's a cool roof. Now what's dangling from the roof? You know, it looks like, like a sack of stuff. You know, it's just dangling there. And then it's got like a gold tip at the end. What's up with the gold tip?
You know, I don't want to say it looks like something, but the level of testosterone in this broadcast right now, I think, really matches the art of Shota.
Yeah.
And,
It's quite a manly piece.
yeah. Yes. Yes. So, yes. I like the color. Was it purple? Was it purple?
Oh god.
Oh, all I saw was the gold tip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something straight out of Aladdin. Just
Yeah. Talk about just the tip. Yeah. It was a cool thing, though. I really wish we get to know exactly what it's supposed to mean from Shota's perspective, because it's like a turtle shell at the top as the roof. And it's like holding it's something holding it, right? Like
right.
then at the bottom, it's like a plum or a fruit. So I'm thinking it's about fertility, abundance, nature, that kind of thing. But to be honest, guys, I don't think it spoke out as a Shota art to me.
Okay, now hold on. Are you trying to announce that Shota's girlfriend is pregnant?
Ooh!
Is that why he proposed suddenly?
Ooh!
Is that why? Because he's still in school, right? Why would he? And then in the next scene, sorry. When we get to the next scene, it makes sense, right? Like after we see his art and he speaks to the professor.
Ooh!
And the professor not only says, "No, you're getting married." The professor explicitly says it's hard to be just a fresh graduated artist and start a new family.
So I guess the art does speak as what he is. To be honest, guys, I thought my theory from last episode: if you rub the tip, something breaks. And that's the ring for the girlfriend, right? Like, but oh, you're so right. I like this. I like where this is going. What do you think, James? That's pretty interesting.
Honestly, like this tells you how genuine our podcast is. Like, we didn't come up with any of this stuff. This is coming straight off the dome. And we usually have Cheska here to calm us down, but nah, she's not here, so we're just gonna we're going
Just
for
gonna
it.
roll with it.
We're going for it.
Straight off the dome or straight off of Shota's art piece?
Oh, man.
Straight off of the Shota's man piece.
His masterpiece.
Oh, masterpiece.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh.
But yeah,
What were we talking about again?
girlfriend might be pregnant.
Right.
Fertility, family. Shota's gonna be a dad, or is a dad. Is he a dad? No, I shouldn't go on his Instagram. No, I shouldn't.
Hey, honestly, it's been 7 years. If he's not, then I'd be like, But anyway, I don't know. When I was like, when I watched the episode, and like straight off the bat, I thought of his art piece as kind of like symbolizing like wedding bell or something. Especially when we were talking about it while we were watching the episode.
Mhm.
We were talking about how like if like if his girlfriend like breaks the sack.
Yeah.
The Kinder
Then
Surprise.
yeah, then a ring is gonna come out. So I was like, yeah, okay, wedding bells.
Mm,
But we've clearly taken a turn.
Or
Quite.
a round step to it, I guess. A really round. Yeah. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
There's more to
Okay,
this
okay.
episode, I swear to God, guys. Those RPs.
But speaking about Shota's grad project, okay, so his work has finally come together, and then it cuts to a scene where Shota and his professor are kind of talking about what's going to happen next, and that's when Shota tells him that he's getting married, and the prof congratulates him, of course, says you should, but the prof tells him that it's only going to get harder going forward because he'll have to balance artistry with starting a family. And he made this really cool, like, I don't know if it's a joke because I don't understand this guy, but like he talked about how Picasso and Van Gogh had complicated love lives, but they're the ones who made it, right?
right.
And Shota, and he talks about how like Shota may have found his like his one spot of support through his now fiance. Yeah. So what did y'all think about that entire conversation? Like, I know you guys are gonna want to talk about like exactly what the prof says when it comes to Picasso and Van Gogh. But but what did y'all think about that entire conversation?
Well, before we got into the conversation, I like that whole scene. Like, I kind of felt we skipped over Shota. Every other person in this like series and their career like journey all had somebody from the house witnessing that. You know what I mean? Like Masato had like Taechan and Rie come out to see his competition, and everyone saw her perform. Everyone saw Sena walk the catwalk. You know, so like I feel like Shota kind of got shafted because no one got to see his final art piece. Like I think Taechan saw him working on it, but like this was like his big moment. Like this is like my magnus opum of like finishing like my art school and now stepping into the world of artistry, and like it kind of just trickled by. That was just my one thing from the thing before. Yeah.
That's a great observation, but I'm gonna ask you this: based on what we saw as the whole episode, do you think that's a pretty Shota thing of not wanting his art piece to be shown to his friends, and instead rather just be like, "This is my art piece.
No big
Bye."
whoop. Okay, yeah.
You can make a great point. That's true. Like, I guess it's not very Shota like to make his spotlight, right? Because all the other housemates saw him. But I don't know. Based on how this episode went, I'm like, oh, he probably didn't want it that way. But that's a great point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good point. Maybe Shota just didn't want people seeing it, so he didn't advertise about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I see where you're coming from, and I am gonna comment on this as we get later into the episode. But I feel like in this situation, I feel like he wants it to be shown. Like he's having an art show for his piece, if I can call it that.
Yeah, his piece.
He makes art.
He can show his piece. Yeah.
Pretty
But,
big piece.
but yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like that kind of like mentality, I guess, towards Shota, I feel like it just doesn't apply there. But anyway, moving on to the next scene, we get to see a scene of the girls all in their rooms in front of their mirrors with the lights on it. I forgot what that's called. But they're all getting ready for their first night out. So they get ready, they go out to eat, and we get to hear Hana talking about how it's kind of hard adjusting to the space. But at least she's able to chat with some of the guys. Some of the guys, I guess, being Taechan ? Who knows? Then they talk a little bit about Shota's marriage and how it's amazing, and how he still wants to go to grad school while starting a family, which is insane to me.
Mm.
And how since Taechan's going to be the only guy in the house, he needs to get tougher. He needs to get stronger. I think that's exactly what they said. And Hannah talked about how like when she was first coming to the house, she thought that she would like find love right away. But she says that because Shota's leaving, she's looking forward to some new guys showing up.
Mm.
And on top of that, Hannah then kind of, I wouldn't say confronts Sena, but just kind of asks Sena why she uses these like expensive brands. And Sena has this really interesting answer in how like she says that like by using those brands, she thinks that like she'll reach those levels, which is like it was a really cool way of thinking. I kind of like that. But what did you guys think of that entire scene of the girls going out, talking about the guys, Hannah talking her stuff, and Sena?
It was cute. It was cute. They were like all getting
It's
ready
cute.
for girls' night out. It was really cute. I rate the fits on all three of them. I mean, Hannah looked really cute there. Like I wasn't really a big fan of her look before. Like I don't know, like what type of like Japanese modeling does she do? Like the
Gyaru.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that style at all, especially with like the really. Apologies to any like Gyaru fans out there or models, but very like tacky, freaking tan spray tan. That's it. That's what it's called. Yeah, like no, no, just it's really weird. I did not like it at all. But I don't know, like, and why does Taechan have to be stronger, quote unquote? Like, what does he need to be strong for? Like, I mean, like, I don't know. What do they mean by get stronger? Because he's the only guy in the house now. Like, what does that mean? I don't know. Like, I never understood their conversation.
That is a great question. What do you think that means like stronger for like the ladies in the house? Because I think Taechan's a pretty strong guy.
He held
I
back
feel like,
tears.
yeah,
Left.
like he knows how to drive. That's a pretty manly thing, I guess.
Yeah.
He can cook. That's a pretty manly thing too, I guess.
Yeah.
It takes, and he gets a little sensitive, and that takes a pretty manly thing to do sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with you, Tim. Like, I guess he doesn't have that perception of like hulking muscles. I'll save the day. I'll fix your car, kind of thing. No.
True.
Guys get it rough too, ladies.
Are we gonna go there now? Cheska's here, so we're gonna go down that route.
This is why we need Cheska.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like I feel bad for Taechan because it's like he's just being himself, right? Like the ladies are putting like a pedestal on him to be acting like a man, but like I could see it in the woman's point of view because like you look at Taechan, he doesn't look like a man. Like he still looks like a kid, which sucks.
Maybe it's like, you know, like how when he went shopping with Hannah, he was just kind of very like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do this, yeah, let's do that. Maybe they want him to be more like, I don't know, decisive or more like, you know, stand up for yourself. You know, it's like, no, let's not get that. Let's do this. I want to grab this, and so we'll do it this. Like, I don't know, like more assertive. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. Like I feel like it kind of comes back to like Taechan's whole like story arc and like the latter end of season 1, you know, of him just like not like, I feel like when they say like stronger, I don't think they mean like physically strong, because like think about what this guy does for work. Like this guy does like service work around the city basically. But like, yeah, it's probably more of like a confidence thing, just like a stand up for yourself kind of thing, and just like basically whatever Masato's been telling Taechan to do. Like I feel like that's what the girls in the house like kind of imagine when they want like someone to like get stronger.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, I really liked everyone's looks. Like everyone has like their own unique look, you know, and makes me kind of like miss going out with the girls on like girls' night, looking pretty.
Sir?
Let's go, ladies. Let's talk about life. Enjoy some drinks. And like, I don't know if you guys saw every girl had a different drink. Kind of cute. Because like,
I didn't notice that.
so they could be like, they could try each other's drinks. Like, ooh, that's different.
Oh, true.
I did too. Why not? Like a nice place and like yeah. But Sana talking about like the brands. I think that's like that's where the brands get you. That's how the brands get you to buy their stuff. Because there's a certain pedestal of those brands, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
The marketing worked for Sana. Yeah.
Right. She fell into like the trap that is, we're our stuff, and you can be as good as our stuff.
Yeah, basically that's it, right? Like the advertising, the millions of dollars of marketing got into that. But it's pretty cool too. It's a great way of motivating herself to like, hey, I want this lifestyle, so I'm gonna live this lifestyle, even though I may not have all the money right now. I'm gonna do my best, which is like a great mentality, and putting yourself into that like environment, and that does help you be motivated. Yeah.
I feel like it really does, like it should work for her because, you know, like she's a model. Yeah. She's already basically doing this as a job, like flaunting these brands and stuff like that, right? So if you want to work with the big brands, you got to wear the big brands. I guess that's just how it works, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Only for the modeling industry though. I do not condone brand names in any other like context. That's just me. But
yeah, you're never gonna get a Louis purse, you know?
No, God, no.
A little
Why
LV?
would I? I would never like drop money on like, I don't know what's like a thing. Forgot, like a Supreme fanny pack. Is that a thing?
That's just
like
don't get me started on that. As
a white T-shirt that costs $50. It says Supreme right here. Like I can get a $10 shirt and iron that on. I mean, don't do that, guys. That's illegal, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. and for any sponsors out there that is willing to sponsor us, we are more than happy to show the goods at We the Panel.
Speaking of the goods, have you guys heard of these amazing earbuds? Raycon's Ray J. Okay.
I should really put our email in our about part of our YouTube, you know, for some business inquiries.
Yeah. Also, just bleep me out when I said Raycon. Also there too, just redact it. Just go beep like a swear word.
We're keeping it.
Oh, it's gotta stay in. It's gotta stay. That's a little too much work for me, man. Hold on.
Okay.
But anyway, we will move on to the next scene, where we see Shota and Taechan talking about how Shota is leaving. How Shota is leaving really soon. And he talks about how, like, once you get married, you won't really be able to do anything you want because there are more people in the picture. Right? And Shota, I think he ends the conversation with this exact quote. He says, like, I'll miss this place, but I think I need to focus more on my life. Which I feel like is something that a lot of, especially in this season with the people that we've already seen leave, like that's a very common reason that a lot of people in Terrace House leave, right? They're just like, if you think about it, like Masato, he's like, yeah, like I love this place, but I gotta focus on surfing. Who knows if that happened. With Rie, you know, she said, I need to focus on my life. I gotta move closer to where I train, right? And then Shota says it in the last episode, I'll miss this place, but I think I need to focus more on my life. So yeah, like what do you guys think about this trend that's happening, and just like the conversation? Like Tim, I know you said you looked like you wanted to say something about it. So
Notice how he said more people in the picture, not person, not someone, the people, multiple. Meaning, I don't know. She could be pregnant. I don't know. I mean, like, it's the only way I can see it. But yeah, definitely. I kind of agree, but I also disagree. I don't know. I haven't been married, so like, how would I know what married life is like? But like, I feel like the way Shota said it made it feel like he's like losing a lot more freedom than he actually is. You know what I mean? Unless his girlfriend's like really like, where the hell are you? Blah blah blah. Who are you going out with? Text me every like 15 minutes or something crazy like that. But yeah, I think
To add fuel. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, I was just gonna say I think he was just overselling the amount of freedom he's losing, or over exaggerating. Yeah, you were saying, Jay?
So to add more fuel to gaslight your your theory. Even the previous scene. Remember how all the girls were like, "So what do you guys think about Shota getting married?" And do you guys remember like Santa's like, "Wow, I can't believe like they got the blessings of the family to have this happen. What do you guys think of that?" I was like, "I'm so happy about it." So it kind of make me think like, "Oh, do you think they're giving the blessings because it's happening?"
Oh,
Like maybe the
and that would make
girlfriend.
sense. You don't want to announce because that's really taboo in Japanese culture to have like a kid out of wedlock. Or like, I mean, out of like,
Mm.
oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I only caught on to what you said halfway through you saying it. As you were speaking, I was just like, "What?" And as you kept talking, I was like, "Oh."
Yes. Yes.
That could make sense.
Yeah. But other than that, it was a nice scene, to be honest. The way
Yeah.
like he really like start to like really search himself. Be like, "Oh man."
Mhm.
I guess, can you say Terrace House right now like how the season is before like was just a getaway? Like a form of escapism for some people, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of
In
looked
their
like
daily
it.
lives. But
Mhm.
once, I guess you do it so many like so long, it starts to
Well,
hit
it's
back.
only like 3 months, right?
Yeah, right? It kind of
But
hits
I guess
back
that
to the
felt like a
person.
lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And they're
That
like,
was her
okay,
vacay. Like, oh, this looks
yeah,
fun. I don't know what
exactly.
this reality show could be. It's the first season. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So like I
Mm.
guess those three people, and I feel like they're a lot more motivated than the other housemates. They're kind of like, okay, I gotta get back on track on what
Right.
I want to do. Whereas in like I'm not sure about Momo. Maybe she's like really hustling at the side. Just the TV show doesn't show it. Taechan we all know. God bless his soul. And
Yeah.
Sena, and yeah, like it's the modeling I guess industry. It's like you get gigs here and there, but it's nothing really. What's that word? Constant or
Consistent.
consistent. There you go.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Hana just joined, so she's like enjoying the fruits of this new experience.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah. What do you think, James?
I mean, yeah, like that's pretty spot on. Like I was just kind of thinking about like it's a lot like little side kind of personal story. Like it's like I feel that because it's like when I was in my first year of university and like it was the first like it was the first time that I was like leaving the house, and then it's like I was basically rooming with like 17 other people all in a floor. And yeah, I remember like that first week, like even because I moved in like before classes even started, right? So it's just like, yeah, like that first week of just being there was all just like, let's do a bunch of different activities, let's go out to eat, let's do these sports or like whatever. And then it's just like, yeah, after that little bit, it's on you to kind of just like change your mentality. Like once classes start, it's on you to kind of like switch up and be like, okay, I need to chime in, and I need to focus. And it's like, like for some people like that's easy, but for other people like you stay in this in this kind of like vacation type feel, and
Mm.
then it's like as you ease into it, it's just like, oh yeah, like this is hard. Like doing this is difficult, so I really need to hanker down and I really need to focus, right? So it's like, yeah, like I feel that like after a little while, you realize that it's like, okay, I need to get back to reality. I need to get back to actually doing what I've been doing or
Mhm.
doing what I need to do in order to get to what I want to do. So yeah, like I feel that. I feel that for sure. But yeah, so after this little touching moments between Shota and Taechan, and what I think was I think like the last time that they kind of talk. Actually, no, that's a lie. They talk later. But
Mm.
after that scene, we get to see Hannah in what at first looked like a photo shoot, but then as we kind of like as the scene kind of moved along, we realized that it was actually like her coming of age celebration.
Mm.
And I didn't know, but like in Japan, like when you turn 20, I think it was 21, yeah, or
Yeah,
23,
21.
some yeah, 21,
21.
like that's like a big celebration where like all the people that turn 21 go to like this ceremony, and some guy that looks like he's part of like the government or whatever kind of congratulates them, and then they have this like big celebration, and it was really cool.
And then they line up
Um,
21 shots right there of sake. Just each 21 shots for each person. One after the other. Oh,
oh
man.
god. Yeah, so they have this nice little celebration there, which was really cool. I don't know if you guys have any like comments on that, or if I'm cool to just kind of skip over it.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there's a lot of people in that room,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? Do you think they all turned 21 that same day? Or do you think it was like a weekend thing, like within the 5 day, or like it feels like, yeah, like you said, it's like a government thing. They're like,
Yeah.
you can't go this week. You gotta go next week.
Uh,
I don't know. I hope not, because that was a lot of people that like turned 21. But it
How
was just
many?
funny in my head.
how
There
many
was,
do you
like,
think were in the room?
It's quite like 30. It's quite a few.
Maybe it was
Ah.
like a month thing. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah.
regional
Oh,
thing, and then
maybe,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like you go to like the DMV for your
Yeah.
for your G1 test, and it's like, oh, it's just everyone there.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
cool though. Imagine like that'd be pretty nice. Like now that you're 21, please be a responsible adult to the public.
And drink
go.
your heart out. No.
Go. But
Yeah.
yeah, she was pretty. Guys, she has many looks. I like her. I like her looks. If she has
There's
a
some-
lookbook, I don't know. I follow it, I guess, cause like she has different looks, man.
Something about her eyes
Yeah.
that I don't like. I mean, like it looks like they're like popping out, and I don't think it's because of her actual eye shape. I think it's because of the way she wears her makeup and mascara that it looks like they're just like popping out. Like she wears glasses, they look fine. Without glasses, I feel like it's that typical Gyaru type of look.
I
Because it's meant to
disagree.
imitate like California like culture, right? And, like Cali girl, Cali white hair. I mean, white girl blonde hair vibes. You know, so it's like yeah,
I don't
not a
know,
fan.
man. I think her eyes, if I look at them directly, it's like I'm having a conversation with the eyes. I think they're that piercing.
That's a conversation I don't want to be a part
And I
of.
think, and I think because of that, it intimidates you, Tim.
No, it doesn't. It's just off-putting. I'm sorry. I'm willing to be a part of any conversation.
I don't know, man. I feel like ever since we looked up what a gyaru model is, I feel like you're just like what's the opposite of like enamored? Like I feel like you're just kind of like you know that she's a gyaru model, and now you're just completely like turned off by her.
No, I'm familiar with that look. I've seen that look in anime and in manga, and
But now you associate her with being a gyaru model, because I feel like okay, when we saw her in that scene, and even in the scene where she was at the girls' night out, I didn't even see nothing wrong.
Exactly.
Like I thought she looked fine.
I thought
but I
she
feel-
was
yeah.
completely someone else. I wouldn't have.
Mhm.
Oh, I think what James is saying is if we didn't describe Hana as a Gyaru before, I think your perception of her might have changed.
no. Initially, from her first like walk into the kitchen and her look, her eyes were the first thing I caught, and I'm like,
Interesting.
something's
Okay.
not right here. And then we looked up what a gyaru was. I'm like, that's why her eyes and her like skin tone look like that, because yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right.
I see it.
Mm.
Okay. I see
Yeah.
there. I see there.
Mhm.
You're
I
just not
see there.
about it. You're not
Yeah.
about
If
the
y'all
eyes.
agree with me or disagree with me, please type down below in the comment section, lovelies. We want to know what you think. What do you think about Hannah's eyes and or gyaru appearance? Are you a fan of the gyaru look? Or are you like me and be like, nah, that's kind of weird? Please let us know. And, if you agree with me, I'll
But
reply back.
she's not even in the gyaru look like all the time though.
Exactly, and that's when I like her. Or that's when I like her like look, you know what I mean? Like
So was she in the gyaru look in the celebration? Because I didn't think she was.
No, she got the whole like.
she still had the fake tan. She still had the weird brown fake tan.
I did not see it. I thought she was very like
Yeah.
pale skinned, if anything.
And like like fake tans are more like orange. I didn't think she had like a crazy orange tint. You
No,
know,
it was more of
I
a
thought it was just like brown.
a
I thought
dark
maybe she's
brown.
just naturally darker. You know, like she kind of had like a Jay's complexion right now in the camera, but then with a like Jay's complexion.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Not a
But hey, Tim, if that's how you feel, I respect that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I respect that.
I guess so. Cheska, save us. Cheska,
Yeah.
save us.
We need her.
We need her.
This is where she'd be like, okay, guys, like, calm down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, anyways, we get back to the house where Tae-chan made some delicious looking sukiyaki for everyone.
Is that like the shabu shabu looking thing? The hot pot?
Yeah. Yeah. Looked so
Nice hot
good.
pot.
I feel like season 2 is when the production for the director was like, okay, we need to look at this food because they're cooking now.
Oh yeah.
They're cooking original dishes. We gotta get this
Oh,
on the camera for the people to see.
I
Mm.
agree. The last 2 episodes have been great food shots. Like for the compared to the first season of whatever we just watched, because they usually just eat out. It was like never even part of like a big thing. But now we get like 10-second shots of like hot food just boiling or like fresh out of the hot pot, and it's just like I'm getting hungry, guys.
Yeah, a little bit hungry right now. I could go for noodles.
See?
Honestly,
That's how good it is.
Yeah.
it really had that like straight out of your favorite food YouTubers video.
Yeah,
You know, where
definitely.
they just have like the panning camera with like the joyful music in the background. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, enough about the food.
Yep.
So during this dinner, that's when everyone makes a toast for Shota on his marriage. And Shota
Yeah.
talked about how his art has evolved. And I think we might have missed it when we were watching because we were talking a lot while we were watching.
Mhm.
But he did say that like his initial plan for his art was like in a completely different direction. But his prof was like, hey, why don't you try this? And then Shota's like, all right, I'll try this. And then it ended up being that his piece.
And we're gonna show it again.
Masterpiece.
That. And we're back.
But yeah, so he talks about how his art evolved and what he plans on doing once he leaves. And what I noticed throughout this like entire kind of conversation was that like Shota talked about it how like he doesn't want anyone to be like, okay, yeah, please don't go. Like he doesn't want any of that type of stuff. And I feel like with that scene we got to see the type of humor that happens around the house, especially with Shota, and how it's like Shota's kind of like the, I wouldn't say like the butt of the joke, but he's very kind of like self-deprecating,
Yes.
in the sense that it's like, okay, yeah, like Seino is asking like, oh yeah, like what time are you gonna leave? And Shota's like, oh, probably like sometime around lunchtime. And Seino's like, oh, you should leave at like 10, like the earlier the better. And that's just like,
Mm.
oh, okay, that's the type of humor that they have right there.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so going into the next scene, because it kind of has to do with that, we get to see like it's later around 11ish, 11:30, I think. Tae-chan's asleep. Sena just showers, so she's drying her hair in the room, and we see Momo in the kitchen doing some dishes. And that's when Shota comes to the kitchen, and Momo's like, "Hey, so like you never do dishes, and whenever it's your turn to do the dishes, I always do the dishes, and you've never said thank you." And Shota's like, "Oh, thanks," and she's like, "Yeah, uh-huh." Okay. Yeah. Um, so then after that, Momo tells Shota that she's gonna miss him, of course, and how the mood of the house without him is gonna make her kind of anxious because he's not there to kind of set the mood.
Mhm.
And Momo tries to be sentimental, and I don't know, like I don't know if she succeeded because there's a lot of just kind of like joking back and forth as they do, I assume. But I don't know. She tries to be sentimental. I don't know if she succeeds. That's for you guys to tell. That's for you in the comments to tell. But yeah, what do you guys think of the type of humor and everything that happened between Momo and Shota?
Mm. Think in terms of the type of humor, Shota's the comedic relief of the house. Whenever there's a tense situation, you always hear that like, like laugh. Speaking of which, we did not hear his laugh at all this episode,
Great.
and I'm gonna
Sad.
miss it. I'm gonna miss it. But yeah.
Is that how he laughs now?
I'm gonna miss it, man. That really like cracked me up in every scene, But yeah. What else were you asking, James? Besides the
Momo and Shota, and how Momo was like, "I'll miss you," and the mood, and I'm gonna be anxious, and all that kind of stuff.
and then Shota was just like, "Oh yeah, no, let's not do." this." Man, I don't know. What do you think, Jay? What do you think of the goodbye scene?
I think it's very genuine. How they all acted towards like, yeah, James, you hit it off the bat. That's how their humor is with Shota. It's self-deprecating, but like it's like Shota's like the true troll. Like
Yeah, he is.
he's the guy under the bridge saying, "Oh, that's nice," or something like
Tell me your secrets, Tae-chan. I won't
Yeah.
tell anybody.
yeah. Exactly.
Oh, what? You like Ray-chan?
Tee hee hee hee.
Nani? Yeah, tee. Oops, did I say that?
Or should I say, yeah, like it's awesome. Like that's how like genuine the relationship between those housemates were with him. So that was really cool. That was really nice to see. And
Yeah.
even like, yeah, with the Momo scene, that was really heartwarming because I think I do agree that it did touch a warm moment with Shota, even though like it didn't seem like it was like the very trope like I'll miss you too, that kind of thing. But it was his way of saying like I'll miss you too, and like he did leave comforting words for Momo saying, "Hey, look, you could do it too, right?" Like he said that like I don't need to be the mood maker. You could be that too. So it's gonna be all right, which is like really nice. It's like a good closure because I think that really did bother Momo, the fact that he's leaving and that integral part of the household is gonna disappear, but it's never gonna disappear. Someone will take up that mantle. So I saw it like a passing of the torch.
Yeah, definitely. I saw that.
So I thought it was really nice. It was a really heartfelt scene. I was like, oh man, this is wholesome. I liked it.
Yeah, like the episode just as a whole just felt very like Shota in like to a T. Like as sentimental as you want to get, it's gonna calm down with a little bit of comedy, or it's gonna come down with like yeah, just it felt very Shota. But moving on to the next scene, which was, oh man, this scene, oh. So okay, so first of all, it's snowing. It snows in Japan. Of
And
course it
like
does.
that hard. That was like surprising. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. For any of the viewers, we're from Canada, so it's if it really wants to snow here, it
Hi, we're from
snows.
Canada, how's it going?
Hello,
eh?
we're from Canada.
Great White North,
Hi,
baby.
we're from Canada.
Oh, okay, but anyways, okay. Enough about snow. We're from Canada. End of story. Okay, so
Okay.
while everyone's sleeping, while everyone's sleeping, we get to see Shota packing his stuff till we see Tae-chan kind of wake up. And, you know, Tae-chan, eyes barely opens, like, Shota, is that you? And then, oh, I can do it too.
Shota, is that?
Shota, is that you?
No.
And Shota's like, oh, yeah, yeah.
Me, Masato, go back to bed.
Seriously, who would have said that?
Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
Got
So
my surfboard.
okay. So yeah. So Tae-chan sees Shota, and as soon as Tae-chan sees Shota, he's like, "Hey, can you take me to the station? Cause I kind of want to leave early." And Tae-chan's like, "Okay, when?" And Shota's like, "Now." And then he's like, "Oh, don't you want to see Seina and Momo? Like they're not even awake yet." And Shota's like, "Yeah, I really don't want to see Seina and Momo cry." So then we get to see Shota right before he leaves. He leaves this heartfelt message on the board, you know, thanking everyone for the time there and saying he had a lot of fun. And then Tae-chan and Shota have one last convo in the car. And Tae-chan asks if Shota had any like other words for Seina or Momo, and he says no. He doesn't have any more words for the rest of them. And while that's happening, we get a pan back to the house, where Seina wakes up, goes to the kitchen, sits down. First thing she sees on the board is the message, and she starts bawling. Next thing you know, Momo comes in, sees Seina crying, and they talk about how they thought that they'd see him off. But and there was this one specific quote that I had here, and it said, "But up till the end, we got to diss each other once again, like it's no big deal." So then, going back to Tae-chan and Shota, we get to see them at the station, and that's when they say their final goodbyes, and they have their last handshake. You know, this one right here, and
so anime. So anime.
And Shota gets on the train, and as soon as that train leaves, it pans to Tae-chan, and Tae-chan's crying. And he walks away, opens his umbrella, and waddles away.
What a shot, though. What a shot. That was like, oh.
Talk to me, boys. Talk to me.
Oh my god.
So like, he did an Irish goodbye. Well, halfway.
Yeah.
If it was an Irish goodbye, he would have not said goodbye to
Tae-chan.
too.
Yeah, but he needed a ride. So. He's like, I don't want to walk.
It's snowing.
Exactly.
Oh my god! Imagine if Shota was like, "Hey, can you drop me off at the station? I need to get to school real quick." And then Tae-chan brings him to the station, and then Shota's like, "All right," and then he leaves, and the next thing you know, Tae-chan's like, "Wait, I just took him to the station."
He's gone. He's gone forever.
That would have been tough.
But again, that's a very Shota move. I guess
Yeah.
it makes sense now. Like, he's not the type of guy to confront emotions in such a forefront manner, right? All his interactions with the housemates seem to be like, you know, he uses like humor as his like coping mechanism when things get serious. In a certain sense, but like there's other times where he got serious, and it's like it didn't seem very Shota of him. Like when he
Mhm.
announced like he's leaving, or like when he announced that he was getting married. I was like,
Mhm.
whoa, this is like it's happy news, but it seems so serious to be like, why is it so unhappy?
Because he's having a kid.
Oh my god! Whoa! Hold on. Babies are a blessing, okay?
Babies are a blessing, but not right in the middle of like you wanting to do your masters. And like I don't know, man. Like timing
Lord.
is everything. So like like we're having a kid, and I'm still like 4 years in student debt. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my life. Where are we going to live? How are we going to raise this kid? Montessori schools are expensive, dude.
All right, more gaslighting to that theory. You're right.
Yeah, it's not a theory anymore. I'm just gonna put it on his wiki. It's fact. Like...
Oh, yeah. It was really sad. It was really sad to see the girls cry because they did really want to see him off.
Mm.
And like, do you think the producers wanted it that way, or do you think that's like that really happened? Like,
I feel like that was a Shota move. That was
such
very
Yeah.
that was such a like a TV moment. You know what I mean? Like that's so surreal that it happened in a sense. Like
Maybe they're in his ear. Hey, you don't have to say goodbye if you don't want
Oh.
to. We're just saying. And then Shota's like, oh, I don't. Speaking of which, that was probably the quickest goodbye. Like freaking Ray-chan and Masato were milking it for like 2 episodes, 3 episodes. This one was like, end of last episode, I'm leaving. Next episode, peace. Like, that was...
did they do that with 3A? I thought that was
Or maybe
pretty
Ray
fast,
was
too.
1 or 2, but Masato definitely.
I think hers is actually around the same
Same time.
time because remember Rie announced her leaving before her big date with Tae-chan, and then the next episode was the big date with Tae-chan.
Okay. Right.
Oh no, but then there wasn't an episode after that, right?
So it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. That was
Man.
that was so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Mhm.
moment Sena read the sign, like no words need to have been said on that scene. You knew the exact moment she realized this guy left without saying goodbye,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as planned or expected.
Mm-hmm.
What if like
Definitely.
well, okay. Hypothetical. What if someone like what if one of us just left, like either like us 3 or Cheska or someone, like just it's like, hey, yeah, so like I'm giving you a heads up, I'm moving to New York or wherever for the foreseeable future. Like, oh yeah, for sure. And then like like I don't tell you when I'm leaving or when someone's leaving. They don't tell you when and they just leave. How would you feel?
I mean, I wouldn't feel as bad now because I could just hit you up and I could just spam you until you answer me. But that's just a sign of the times, I guess.
Well, they
Would
could've
I feel
texted Shota.
would I feel hurt though? Like that, I guess that's the question. I don't know. I don't know if I'd feel hurt. I'd just kind of be like, oh, they left. Oh, all right, cool. Do your thing. I don't know. I feel like with y'all, I just have I have a respect for y'all where it's like if it happens, I respect the grind. It's cool.
I'd be surprised. Just I don't think I would expect that from you guys. But,
Yeah.
like, I'll just spam you. I'd be like, yo, what? I didn't
Can't
get
talk on a
hug?
plane right now.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you when I get back.
Safe trip and sleep warmly. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
okay. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the times, right? Because
Nah,
like
for me,
even like they were making a big deal out of it. Like, hey, this is the last time I'm gonna talk to you, Tae-chan. Like he literally said that. Like, whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's heavy shit. Well, I mean, again, it's probably Shota's humor.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, wouldn't feel so bad, man.
I would. I'd feel bad.
Yeah, I'd be like,
both of you all better say your goddamn goodbyes. I mean, at least like one like last convo / hangout. Doesn't have to be extravagant. Doesn't have to be a farewell party. But I better get one last dab before you move off to like I don't know, like Japan or wherever you're headed off to, or the Philippines or Hawaii.
Last
or,
dab? I'm gonna give you a hug,
Like-
bro.
yeah.
Like,
It's gonna be like all anime, just like, and then roll credits.
when you said roll credits,
He's
I was
been picturing
expecting.
this goodbye.
When you said roll credits, I was expecting you to go like, "If I lay here," but
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but no.
It makes the door sound. You know?
I just have it like prepped on my phone.
You have it timed up and everything.
Like, do you think every time we say goodbye is gonna be the last goodbye? Like,
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
so good.
Wow.
that was a good farewell. But man, those girls, I felt that because they really wanted to, you know, send a goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, as we were in our fields, thinking about how they were feeling and in how we were feeling, it cuts to Surumi Station in Yokohama, where we see trophies and a guy telling his mom that he's going to Terrace House and mentions something about a title match. And then the
wrestler?
episode ends.
Is he a wrestler? Title match? Is he a boxer? Oh man, is he a fighter? That'd be so cool. Oh my god, that'd be so a title match for what? Maybe he's like a I don't know, like a national ping pong player. So-
Hey, we don't know. He's a
Oh.
winner though. He's a lot.
he's
of
a winner.
trophies.
Yeah.
Unlike
Take that,
other
Masato.
You said it correctly. Oh my lord!
No subtlety at all.
I was gonna say like not like other athletes in the show,
Yeah.
but you went straight to the source. Hope you're doing well, Masato. Like you're
Yeah.
a cool dude.
Yeah. Hope
Yeah,
the
yes.
DJing's going well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're dissing so hard. We're dissing so hard. Oh man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. What do you? Give me a little more. Who do you think this guy's gonna be? What do you think this guy's gonna be like?
Someone who's
And
good
what
at
do you
the
think his
sport?
profession is?
Like, I hope it's a fighter. I hope hands down he's a fighter. That'd be like a nice dynamic change. And if he's a fighter, you already know that Techan's probably gonna like, you know, like be his shadow and like aspire to like be like this, like because like certain professional fighters have like a way that they carry themselves, right? As like, and I feel like that's what Techan wants to be. That very like, you know, not just strength wise, but like that kind of like regal figure of sorts. So like that would play well into Techan's narrative.
He's gonna be best friends with the new guy, and he's like 2 episodes in, aspiring fighter.
No, not even. Whatever this guy's name is, Techan's card's gonna be aspiring. Whatever this guy's name is.
Man,
Aspiring new guy.
You gotta find your own identity, man. Like, isn't that what the point of the show's about?
Well, he's an actor, right? So he's gonna have many identities.
Oh, my
you
bad.
think-
He's getting.
Oh, do you think he's an aspiring actor now because he found out Rie wants to be an aspiring actor too, and that resonated?
Stop.
If that happens, then I don't know. I feel like Techan's gonna lose a little bit of face, a little bit, and I hope it doesn't come to that. I'm still gonna love him because my baby boy's finding his way, but
Oh my god, it would be so funny. Like he is like let's say the guy is a fighter, right? He buys the stuff, he buys the gear, and they've been talking like, yeah, I like to fight. Yeah, this is how my life is. And Taechan's so inspired that he's starting to like, you know, he's about to take his first class. Then all of a sudden, the new guy leaves, and Taechan's like, I have all this gear, I'm ready to go, but I never really go.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be so sad.
That would be.
Yeah. Wow. So and then the new guy shows up, and then Teacher's like, "Oh,
What's this
is what
guy
you
do?
He's like IT. Oh, IT.
Oh.
Oh man. But yeah, it's anything can happen with this guy. I don't know. Like we never really saw any of like the little descriptions on any of the trophies, so we really don't know. I'm excited. Like I'm excited to see what this new guy's like because I feel like we need the flow of people now. Like it's with the 4 people that are left. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that 4-person dynamic isn't enough. We need to
Sustain,
start.
like, yeah.
Yeah, we need to start filling the house back in, getting some new people in here, refreshing some stuff.
I agree.
And yeah, I just want to see what this guy's gonna be like. If he's gonna be the opposite of Taechan, because by the way that he spoke to what I'd assume is his mom, he seemed like he was pretty confident, which fits into our fighter theory so well. So if he's like that, I want to see if he's gonna help out Taechan with his, I don't know, with his like confidence again, or if he's the opposite of that and see. I don't know. I just want to see what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
What are y'all looking forward to?
I think the show is again the show is still learning because it's in its infancy, and I think you said it correctly, James. They need to fill out the castmates to always to be 6, because the past 2 episodes we've been missing a cast member, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been missing the Masato replacement, right?
Right.
It's been like kind
And the
of
Rie
slow.
replacement.
Yeah, it's been we got Hana, right?
Oh right, yeah, you're right.
But like Masato's been gone for a while, right? So there's only 2 guys, so that like that void was really evident for those last 2 episodes. So I think later Terrace House like series really learned from that, saying, "Hey, okay, we got to get someone back in there like
as soon as possible.
Yeah,
we can't have any lull time."
Exactly, because it was like dragging to a certain point. So yeah, you're right about that. So that's pretty interesting how like the producers are eventually gonna like pump out more cast members, and probably makes sense because it's like, oh snap, we're still trying to find the right fit or whatever, right? So probably like in the future episodes where like if more people leave, they're probably like already casting someone like, okay, you're next on the block or something like that.
Yeah, be ready, be on call. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It just didn't feel right. Different dynamic, and I feel like all the old storylines have kind of been wrapped up with a bow, more or less. Rie got her final goodbye. Masato got her final goodbye. Shota just dipped. And now it's like, okay, well, what new thing is there? Hannah's looking for love. I think that's about it. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like with like since like this entire episode was so focused on like the idea of closing the Shota chapter, like one, we're not really used to that, so that was kind of cool. But in terms of like everyone else, like there wasn't really much going on, right? If you think about Sena was kind of just there. The big part was when like Hana was talking to Sena about the brands or whatever. And then like the most memorable part about Momo this episode was her kind of like little heartfelt moment with Shota. But it just felt like it kind of like stagnated halfway through the episode because it was just like, okay, this episode's about Shota. That's it. And like the fact that Shota's one of those characters where it's like he doesn't really need the focus to be on him because like he hasn't had the focus on him in it for an entire season. So it's like to randomly have him in focus for like his last episode was kind of like okay, but I like it feels like we're at a soft reset, you know, like and I'm just waiting for this reset to like actually happen because it feels like it just hasn't happened yet. Yeah.
It is a new season, guys. We got a new panelist and with you, so yeah, a lot of new stuff. So I think that's a plan, right? Like probably what's gonna happen is someone else is gonna try to find love. I feel like Seina's next or something like that. Because the whole Taechan growing up thing is getting old now.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
grow up already.
But he's your baby boy.
I know, but he can grow off camera. That's why there's time skips in anime. I don't need to.
Next episode, Taechan's in a tournament arc.
Yeah.
Cause the fighter.
Mike is the fighter.
Teaches him to fight. He leaves all of a sudden. No coach. What is he gonna do?
What type of Cobra Kai type of situation is this?
Hey man, tournament arcs are dope.
Oh yeah, tournament arcs are the best arcs in any show.
But an
shonen anime.
unlikely source, Momo-chan helps him out in the background.
I know, right? Momo's secretly like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master.
Yeah, like she's a capoeira specialist.
God.
It's very easy, Taechan. You just
Yeah,
follow the rhythm.
This suddenly became a sports anime. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Welcome to Terrace House Haikyuu edition.
Oh,
That's hype.
man.
Oh my gosh. Well, as the episode is over, are there any last thoughts before we end off the episode?
Yeah, for you viewers back at home, comment down below, thinking or your thoughts on who the new mystery person is and what title match are they? Are they a martial arts expert? They could be into tennis or ping pong or any sort of other sport. So what are you guys thinking? What are your predictions? Put that down below. On top of that, what do you think about Taechan's like growing up arc? Are you sick and tired of it, or do you still want to see more Taechan and more growing up episodes along that side? And last but not least, who do you think is going to be the next person to leave the Terrace House? Tune in next time on this episode of Dragon Ball. We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast.
Wow, that was a lot.
That was.
I love it. That was a lot.
Honestly, guys, I don't even want to say plugs. I think I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Plugs down below, and thanks
There
for
you go.
joining us, guys.
Yeah.
Peace out.
And sleep warmly.
Sleep warmly.
That's how we're gonna end the episode.
Don't forget to
Bye.
like and subscribe. Bye. This episode of We the Panel is brought to you by NordVPN. When you're looking.
No more. The episode's over.